What's up, everybody? It's the Slam Dunk Scholar here, and I'm back talking the NBA playoffs. In this video, we'll run through key storylines for each playoff series and play-in game, as well as make predictions. Now, let's get right to it. Starting in the Western Conference play-in games, we've got the 7-seed Pelicans versus the 8-seed Lakers. We just saw these two teams play in the regular season finale, and the Lakers spanked them. LeBron had a career-high 13 assists in the first half, and Anthony Davis was his usual dominant self. However, AD did sustain a minor injury once again.
I was born with glass bones and paper skin. Every morning I break my legs, and every afternoon I break my arms. At night, I lie awake in agony until my heart attacks put me to sleep.
And if he is forced to miss the play-in game, then we may need to see LeBron don his superhero cape and carry this bum-ass Lakers squad to victory. Also, if the Lakers win this game and obtain the 7th seed, they will run into their arch nemesis Nikola Jokic, who absolutely demolished them last year, scoring numerous fadeaway, one-legged jump shots in Anthony Davis's face. But I doubt the Lakers will throw this game, and I bet LeBron and AD want that run back versus the Nuggets. I'll be honest, I'm kind of rooting for the Pelicans, but even though Zion put down the Big Macs,
this is how you eat a Big Mac, nigga,
and Adam Silver silenced Mariah Mills, I sadly don't see them beating La Sunshine.
Leave me alone!
You are my son.
And his mighty squad. Give me the Lakers in this key, pivotal game. Next, we've got the 9th seed Sacramento Kings taking on the 10th seed Golden State Warriors. The Warriors' chances of winning start and end with Stephen Curry. It took a Herculean effort from Steph in Game 7 against the Kings last year to beat them, and I feel like they'll need a similar performance this time around. Sabonis and Fox are legit, with Sabonis leading the league in double-doubles and Fox being the reigning clutch player of the year. Whilst Klay Thompson was a waste man the first half of this year, he's turned it around recently. And the Warriors have solid rotational pieces and are a deeper team than the depleted Kings, who are missing Kevin Huerter and Malik Monk for the rest of the season. I'm also curious to see what method of torture Draymond will deploy on Sabonis. Will he stomp on him again, or kick him in the balls, or maybe he'll even reach for his testes like he did against LeBron. All that being said, and even though it will be close, give me the Warriors to win this game. Now, let's move to the Eastern Conference play-in games with the Heat versus 76ers in a battle of the 7th and 8th seeds. Let's be real, Heat versus 76ers are basically locked in for the final 2 seeds in the Eastern Conference, because if one of these two lose to the winner of the Hawks or the Bulls, I'm sorry, but they're getting clowned for eternity. The Heat have been unhealthy all year, but they're finally past that point, and we all know playoff Jimmy is a monster once he's completed all his side quests. However, with the emergence of Tyrese Maxey as a bona fide superstar, I feel that the 76ers are the better, more consistent team. Health is important, and if Embiid can stay healthy, I see this team making a deep playoff push until they run into the buzzsaw that is the Celtics. But they have to win this game to avoid the Celtics in round 1. Give me the 76ers in this crazy one-off game. Next up, we have an absolute slobber knocker between the Hawks and the Bulls in the 9-10 matchup. This is the matchup we've all been waiting for. Psych, you thought. This is the battle of mid. Give me the Hawks, ice trays back, and ready to dominate. The storyline here is which of these teams will ultimately lose to the Heat or the 76ers in the next play-in game. The only people excited for this game are the fans of these respective teams. Let's move on. Now that we are done with the play-in games, let's move on to the matchups that are currently set. We'll start in the Western Conference with the 3-seed Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the 6-seed Phoenix Suns. We just saw these two teams play in the regular season finale, and the Suns just have the Timberwolves number this season, going 3-0 against them on the year. However, Anthony Edwards has that dog in him, and Karl-Anthony Towns is going to put on his deepest voice.
Just came here to do my job. This is what I'm supposed to do.
And hopefully turn it around. But once upon a time, the We Believe Warriors were 4-0 versus the Mavs in the regular season and ultimately upset them in the playoffs. The interesting thing here is, with Cat and Gobert, the Timberwolves have options down the stretch to stagger the two of them depending on if they need defense or offense. I just deep down favor Phoenix to win this series due to the fact that they held Minnesota to their worst defensive games and offensive games respectively, holding them to 87 points in one game and scoring 133 points against them in another. But I'll be rooting for Ant and Cat. Hopefully Ant just turns into prime MJ and drops 60 on these fools. Devin Booker is Luka's son and Kevin Durant is a snake, but sadly they will probably win this series. Give me Phoenix in 6. Next on the docket, we got the 4th seed Los Angeles Clippers versus the 5th seed Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic has had an otherworldly season, leading the NBA in scoring, and quite frankly, it wasn't even close. He's also got a healthy Kyrie alongside their recent acquisitions PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford. Picking up those two addressed Dallas's weak front court that they were limping along with for so many years. I'm sorry, but Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell are waste men and are not starting caliber players. On paper, the Clippers have multiple defenders to throw at Luka, which is good because you can't just leave a single defender on him the whole series, otherwise you get a Haley Van Lith, Caitlin Clark situation. The Clippers have eliminated the Mavericks in 2 of the past 4 years, and the Clippers are finally more or less healthy as of this recording, with Kawhi and PG both playing way more games this year than in previous years. Is this the year Luka and the Mavs get over that hump, or will vintage Kawhi and playoff P prevail? Give me the Mavs in a 7-game, hard-fought series. Now, let's move back to the Eastern Conference with a battle between the number 3 Milwaukee Bucks versus the number 6 Indiana Pacers. I'm gonna be honest, I think the Bucks kind of got lucky with this matchup. Giannis, if healthy, should be able to run wild all over the Pacers, and Damian Lillard is a proven playoff performer. But I wholeheartedly expect this team to peter out in the playoffs because Doc Rivers is out here throwing bus drivers under the bus, and he's just got an outdated style of coaching. Plus, let's be real, you can't trust a bald man with a hairline. The Bucks had no reason to fire Coach Budenholzer after the only reason he lost last year was due to Giannis getting injured round 1. On the other side of things, the Pacers have a blistering offense led by Tyrese Halliburton and company, but a putrid defense. Official prediction is the Bucks in 6 if Giannis is healthy by the first round. If not, give me the Pacers in 7. Last but not least, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Orlando Magic in a battle between the 4 and 5 seeds. The Magic defense has been magical this year, unlike Kazam.
You know, when Michael Jordan told me that quote, before you succeed, you must first know.
He didn't tell you he wanted to be in Kazam too?
Having the 2nd best defensive rating in the league. They've got the Wagner brothers and Paulo Banchero leading the charge on offense, and the story here is how will the Magic front court fare against the twin towers of Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. Another storyline here is how many minutes will Jonathan Isaac play, because that man, when healthy, is one of the best defenders of this generation, but he also only played 15 minutes a game this past season. Last year, the Cavs fell apart in the first round against the Knicks, and I fear they will crumble again against this young Magic team due to the fact that Garland, Mobley, and Mitchell have all suffered injuries in the last 3 months. Health is wealth, and I feel like even though the Magic are young and aren't playoff proven, they have what it takes to beat the Cavs. But also, Donovan Mitchell can go nuclear on any given night. However, I see the Magic winning this series. Give me the Magic in 6 games. In conclusion, we have got ourselves some amazing series and play-in games. I'll be back later in the week to discuss the 2-7 and 1-8 matchups in each respective conference. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my previous video on Zach Edey. That's all for now.